What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nour Trades, and I'm known for turning $20,000 into a little over $4 million. I just hit $4 million. It's a great way to start 2020. Definitely a milestone here. Feels like I've been saying $3 million for a very long time, but we made $20,000 today. So let's get started on how I made $20,000. As you may know from the title, that I made $20,000 off of Tesla. Crazy signal in my chat. I signaled 780 calls yesterday right before close, and we woke up and the stock was up over $100. Some crazy moves, parabolic moves in Tesla today. Obviously from the screen you can see that I'm up 1,100 on BYD, and Amazon I'm up another 1,000 on that as well. I'll have the full screenshots probably on the picture, or you can check out Trade Like Nour for my live account. But yeah, this is today's profits. I also caught Tesla on my other account. Hopefully I'll be able to throw a picture on here, or I'll show it at the very end to the downside. But I didn't get nothing big on that one, but it was a very big move, but I'll show you guys in a second. So let's get started with this video on how I made $21,589 today. So why did I swing, first of all, Tesla calls yesterday? Well, let's go to yesterday and we'll go from there. So as you can see, yesterday stock was pushing, very strict sell-off, and it finally broke towards 12:30. As you can see the time right here, and this actually pushed all the way to 785, and that was the high of the day. As soon as it hit 785, the stock just rejected. As you can see, that was resistance. So that's the new resistance for the stock. When stocks are making all-time highs and all-time lows, well, not lows, but all-time highs, it's very hard to find support and resistance, just because this is new ground for a stock, right? You can never, how would you know if it's never been there before, never tested it? So like I explained in the Amazon video, which you guys saw 2 days ago, same thing with Tesla. So what happened was, towards the end of the day, it came to all-time highs again. It ended up closing at 782-ish, which was basically almost at all-time high, the all-time high it created during the middle of the day. Why does that matter? That means people were very interested on buying the dip, because you can see that it went from 785 all the way down to 736. That's a very big dip. Buyers, fear of missing out, bulls stepped into the stock, pushed this all the way back to where it was during the middle of the day. Obviously that could have been a double top, that could have been a negative thing. So that was your risk right there, that double top. The next step was, if it broke 785, it was going to have a short squeeze the next day. So I took that chance. Obviously risk versus reward was there, and I only risked yesterday's profit. So what I did to manage risk was, I made $7,000 yesterday. I didn't make a video about that, but it is on my Instagram. So I made $7,000 and I risked 6,300 and something, right? Woke up in the morning, stock was up $130, and made 240% on that trade. I also signaled it in my chat. And by the way, we had over 650,000 profit as a group, not even excluding my profits, not even using my profits. So this stock opened up very high today, sold at open at 880-ish, took a very big dip right off rip, and then came back with a bounce back all the way to 940. So what I did was, when the market opened and I sold, I was only up 15,000 for the day. Not only, but you guys, I finished the day at 21,589, right? So I had to make a day trade. Made 15,000. I'm like, all right, there's no need to size up. I'm already up 15,000 for the day. What's the point of sizing up? It's a good day, right? But I'm like, the only way I'll get in is if it breaks that 908 level that it created. Where is this? So I had the 905, which was resistance, and then 908 was the high it made during pre-market. So I knew that the next step of this short squeeze was above that 908 level. So when it passed that 908 level, I got in for a quick scalp, and you could see the push that it had straight up to 940. That's a parabolic move. You don't really see that at all. This stock is just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Pushed to 940 and took the dip. I got in for a quick scalp, made like 5,000. I'll show you the exact details. I made 4,360 bucks. As you can see, the trade right here was, I was up 15,300 at open. And all those other trades were during the day. Light positions, nothing crazy. And yeah, we finished the day at for that specific stock, 19,489. And that's the reason I day traded, because it broke that morning pre-market high. Parabolic move. And then our chat caught it again after it broke 940. As you can see, when it broke 940, that high created after it made that parabolic move, it continued to push. The problem when it creates new highs, I don't like staying in too long, because you always get that sudden sell-off. Boom, you got a sudden sell-off here. You don't know when it's going to happen. It could be immediately. It could be a couple minutes after. You never know. And especially with this one from 940 all the way to 968, which is a $28 gap. And then a sudden sell-off. Look at this one candle from 950. Look at the time, 350. By the time 355 came, the stock was at 880. It was like $100 drop, almost $100 drop. At one point, it was $100 drop, which is crazy. And I caught some of that. Didn't make too much, but I made some money on that, some decent money on my other account. That drop was insane. So that's why you don't want to stay into stocks that are making all-time highs. Like I scalp it. A lot of people have the mindset and have the discipline to hold it a little bit longer than me. I don't really like that, just because I know what can happen, and I don't want to be in a candle like that. Imagine being in the candle like that. You just lost 50% of what you were in, and someone like me that sizes up, playing with 50, 60,000 in a trade, sometimes lose 30 off rip. I would have lost all my profits for the day. So that's the trade for today that I made off Tesla. Now let's go to BYND. Honestly, BYND isn't really much to talk about other than resistance levels broken. I got in the morning when it broke the 109.06. Sold when it got to the 110.31. Called it a day. I was in very lightly, probably around a $6,000 position, and I made 1,000 off of it. So something very simple off of that. But the one I do want to talk about is Amazon. Amazon was a nice, cool little play. Very light. Why was I light in Amazon? Well, I was in Tesla and Amazon. You know I hate being into two stocks at the same time, because it distracts you, especially when one goes red and the other one starts going red. Now you have to focus on both, and I don't like doing that, because you can't focus on two things at the same time with even focus. So what I did with Amazon, I went very light while I was in Tesla. What I did was, when it broke 2050 right here, it pushed all the way to 252, took my quick scalp and dipped from the stock, and took a nice little dip, came right back, and then pushed all the way to 2059. Yeah, so that 2050 level is very important for this stock. Let me show you why. So as you can see, it made new highs. Actually, let me get something lower than that. Let me get the 10-day. These are all-time highs for the stock, and it just had trouble getting above this. It tried it multiple times, and the stock failed, and it finally broke. And when it finally breaks something like that, the stock ends up pushing. So this was something that the stock was struggling with, that 2050 level, and it finally broke it. And that's why I entered this for a scalp. This was a nice little trade here. Nothing crazy, obviously. Let me get something closer. Yeah, you can see it here multiple times. Tried it here, and then finally broke it for the first time, and I got in for the quick scalp, and you can see that very nice push, and then took a dip. I mean, the market took a dip at the very end anyways. It would have been nice if the stock closed above 2050, because that would have been very bullish, but it's still very bullish. It closed up $45 for the day. But that's how I made $21,589 on this account today. If you guys enjoyed this video and want me to make more educational videos or more vlogs, make sure you like this. Check out all the description. All my info's in there. I post my trades every single day, red or green, doesn't matter. It's on my page. My signals chat, I give signals to over 1,500 students a day, meaning they follow me on a day-to-day basis. You can also see their profits in StockHours. Make sure you leave a comment on this video. So I appreciate everybody joining today, and I'll see you guys. Peace.